Often imitated, never duplicated. The one and only B. Scott. You're listening to The B. Scott Show. Get ready, love muffins. That intro every time.
You laugh in real time. That's so funny.
It takes me out every time. Oh my goodness. Hey, love muffins. Thank you so much for tuning back in to this week's podcast.
Yeah.
The B. Scott Show. We have so much to talk about.
Yes.
Grammys. But before we get into the Grammys, like, I have got to talk about, like, a personal situation that happened to me that I feel so conflicted about.
Okay, what happened?
Over the weekend, so it happened between two of my friends. So we were at brunch. So me and two of my friends were at brunch, and then a third friend came up.
Okay, should we, like, give them names? Or
no, we was saying...
These are, like, fake names? Or?
Fake, no, we're just saying friends. Okay. He would say friends. And then... So basically, we're sitting there, we're having, drinks or whatnot. And the drinks, I don't think, played a significant part in how people acted.
Okay.
Because these people act the way they act, independently. Drunk or sober. So I'm sitting there, and one of my friends comes up, and he just came from a Rock Nation party or whatever. And, so we're just talking about, what's going on, how was it, blah, 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 blah. And then there was a fine guy at the Abbey. And super fine. And he was talking about that too. I was like, girl, I saw him. And so we were just having a little moment. And then one of my other friends just got up and was like, hi, I'm such and such.
Like in the middle of the conversation?
In the middle of everything. It was shook the table, everything, and basically like, hi, I'm such and such. And I'm like, and that puts me in a really precarious situation because you're being rude. And I have been with you when you've been around this person at least 4 to 5 times, 4 or 5 separate occasions. You have hung out, talked to, spent time with this other friend. So it's no way in hell you don't know who this friend is.
Right.
And so I had that moment of like, do I say something? Do I let it go? Because I'm in a very chill mode. Like I'm sitting there, like my legs crossed, having me mimosa, unbothered.
She just fucked up the vibe.
And it was just shocking. I was like, and I just basically was like, what happened? What is this? What was that? Right? And, she popped, escalated her tone and everything and was getting loud.
With you?
Yeah, with me. I was like, bitch, you done lost your mind. I'm sitting there like, not in the Abbey.
What was the other friend doing? Just watching?
The other friend was just sitting there like, everybody was in shock because, I never pop off like that.
Oh, so you went off like for real?
But at first first it was very casual. It was like, what was that? And I was like, that was just uncalled for. I've been in your presence when you've met him 4 or 5 times, and your stink-ass attitude has got to stop. The buck stops here.
Okay.
And she was like, who are you talking to? Blah, blah, blah. I ain't one of your love muffins.
No, she didn't.
And then she turned to me and she said, and you are nobody?
Oh.
I said,
oh.
I'm nobody?
Really?
I ain't one of your love muffins. Well, she actually said, I ain't one of your little... I don't know what she said. The little muffin. The muffin part fell off. I was like, love muffin, you mean? And it was just shocking. But it's like, I'm a firm believer that you have 2 friends, and the 2 friends, they know me better than they know each other. But they know each other, right? And they've met each other and hung out with each other on multiple occasions. But it's my place, I believe, to come in and be like, if one is trying to get rude or nasty with the other one, I'm the one that says, no.
Right, this shit don't fly.
This shit don't fly. What's happening here? And that's exactly what I did. Even though I didn't really want to. And I've seen that attitude with other people in other situations. And
involving the same friend?
The same friend, yes. And, I guess I made the mistake of, thinking that it won't happen to my friends or to me or whatever, but then it did. And I just remember telling her, I was like, shut up. And then I hit the table. I hit the table. Like I said, I hit the table and the mimosas flew up. I was like, all this is happening for what?
Yeah. So what was the reason? She just...
I guess she felt like she wasn't being acknowledged.
Okay.
I guess she felt like he came to the table and didn't acknowledge her. But instead of saying, hi, whoever such and such.
You almost looked
I almost said it. Hi, such and such. She got up and was like...
in her feelings.
Yeah. Hi, I'm... I'm like, girl, like, what is...
Sit down and
if you don't
damn mimosa.
Right.
Just shut up.
And I just feel bad because I just like, I care about my friends because I am a good friend. Mm-hmm. But when you out of line and you hear one of your other friends saying you're wrong for that, you have to receive that. This is not the time for you to pop off and say all this other miscellaneous stuff.
You doubled down and said you were a nobody.
A nobody. I ain't one of your love. I don't know what that last word was.
Well, if I'm a nobody, then why are you here?
Right. But then I was like, but I was okay, I may be nobody, but I was the person that was there and saw you meet this person 4 to 5 times. I kept saying that. I was a nobody that was there that saw you meet him 4 or 5 times and hang out.
I guess.
I was just like, you tried it.
So how did it end? It was just one of those things.
It was just like one of my other friends got into it. Like they were like, "You're really loud. Like y'all are loud. Y'all have to, break this up." And but she kept kind of wanting to go, and keep going. And I kept saying, "We need to end this." I was like, "Shut up." Fair enough. Shut your face. shut your face up. And then I said, one of my friends said, you're not gonna hug and make up, and she was like, "Not today." Oh. Not today.
Have you talked to her since?
Nope.
Well.
And then I got up. I was like, bye, such and such. And she was like, what she said to me? She said, toodles.
Not
I said,
toodles.
Okay, girl. Okay, girl. So now I'm in conflict. Is like,
Oh my god, it's funny to me because I know who you're talking about, so I can just envision the whole thing play out, and it's really funny.
Yeah, but I never let anybody bother me like that.
Yeah, no,
it's not even like she could have probably tried that on some level with me, or like some type of level of disrespect. But if you're disrespecting one of my other friends that don't really know to what extent you have a stank ass attitude.
Yeah.
So I'm used to your stank ass attitude.
I let you get away with it because we're friends.
Because we're friends. I let you get away with it for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
But then you can't just be disrespecting other people who don't know or, familiar with your stankness.
Right.
Anyway, I digress.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it bothered me. I was like, on a beautiful Sunday. Oh, Sunday. Was it
Saturday?
Saturday?
No, Saturday was a really nice day.
Saturday, yeah.
Until I was in that damn park.
Oh my goodness! And you had a moment where you were running down a damn dog.
Yeah, so
in the park.
My friend's neighbor's dog got out and ran into Griffith Park, so we spent 3 hours looking for this damn dog in Griffith Park in the middle of a glorious Saturday. Found the dog eventually, but it was a lot.
The dog's like, I'm just trying to live my life. I want to be free. Let me go.
Yeah, well, the dog, she's afraid of everything. She's a Chihuahua, and she was a rescue, so she's just terrified. And so the dog got out when the FedEx guy came and just took off towards Hollywood Boulevard, made a right, went up Western, in and out of traffic, and then into the park. And there's, coyotes and frogs, and it's getting dark, and it was the craziest experience. But thank God the dog came home, all was well, and that was it.
I just got a text on my phone that reminded me of something.
What?
Another thing I want to talk about. I have a problem with men that can't be consistent. Like, you can't just hit me up when you want to hit me up. My phone just dinged in the middle of my podcast. You just hit me.
What does he want?
I guess he wants to chat. But I need consistency to be able to feel like I can continue to trust you.
Okay.
I will say I have trust issues with men.
Okay.
And I need consistency to feel like I'm on the right track with you.
Now, when you say consistency, you mean
consistency
in
and
what
communication.
Way? Okay.
Consistency and communication is very important to me because I just feel like that is the beginning and the foundation of everything. And so me and this person, we were talking. Well, it's a long story, but maybe a couple years ago, we had a date or whatever. And he, after we had a great date, he wanted to, get it in. I said no, because I just didn't want to. And I felt like I could have something more than just a sexual experience. And then fast forward, he reached back out to me and wanted to talk and whatever. And, now it's just like we set times to have, phone conversation, whatever.
I have what?
No.
Like we set times to have. I'm like
to have and let have dick appointments. No, it's not dick appointments. We have not had sex. And I'm upset right now because we set a time to talk, and he totally missed the time. Did not text, did not call, did not say anything. Shit. I didn't hear from him in like 2 or 3 days. And now he's like, "Hello,
LOL, what are you doing?"
Right. I mean, how am I supposed to get back from that? I'm That's like, rude. We set a time. I said, I want to have I want to talk to you. Like, a lot of people are just texters. Texters make it so much easier for a lot of people because talking or FaceTime is just a lot more intimate, a lot more involved.
It's very intimate.
I'm not the person that you text when you have time. I'm not the get around to person.
Okay, that's fair.
We're all busy. We all got shit to do. I hate when people are like, oh, I've been busy. I had a busy day. Oh, like I was sitting over here playing patty cake by myself. Like, I ain't busy. I don't run a business. And now he want to text me.
Are you going to text her back?
Maybe.
And that's the problem.
Oh, goodness.
I cannot.
It is, I mean, it's a lot. I guess I'm just letting it out today.
Well, why don't you tell him? Tell him how you feel.
Oh, I am. I've said that. I think right after we finish the podcast, I'm going to be like, we need to have a conversation. Because I'm not going to continue to play this game. You know, and he don't live here. He lives in New York.
Oh, well, shit.
I know. So I'm saying you got me all in my feelings and you ain't even here.
Right, you have to schedule because that time difference, you have to make the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Well,
well, anyway, the Grammys.
The Grammys.
The Grammys.
The Grammys.
I actually enjoy them.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Most award shows to me are a lot to do about nothing.
Right.
That's kind of how I felt about the whole weekend and Grammy week. Everyone's like, Grammy week is so much to do. Party. But normally it's just these events and stuff they go to is a whole bunch of people that I don't want to see.
Right.
And it's so much fakeness. And so much like
so
pretense.
Many people trying to be
somebody
something.
Trying to be something.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Even the ones that are something, they're just in the zone of like, I can't really.
And they don't even really want to be there either.
They're just like, I can't give you too much because I'm now on.
Yeah.
So I just tried to avoid it all. But I didn't last night. I went to Solange's party.
Gotcha.
But,
yeah, I was in the thick of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't think of it?
I was in the thick of it. I went from party to party to party to party.
Yeah.
Got in like 5:30. And here I am.
5:30 in the morning?
5:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow. I went to Solange's thing. And it was super cute. She had a house somewhere in Los Angeles. I've never been to that neighborhood before, but it was super nice. She had like birds and a harp,
I saw those birds.
Harp player, and a tarot card reader. And
did you get your cards read?
I did.
'Cause I don't play with that.
I didn't. No. And music, of course, and. It was really cute. It was cool. People there. Macy Gray was there. Tracy Ellis Ross was there. She said I'm back and I'm making my appearance at Solange's party.
Yeah.
It was cool. She was in her little red number dress situation.
All whimsical.
It's like all of them are kind of like that. It's like Melina, and then that's her other good friend. They're all in that, like, it kind of feels like a coven. I walked up in there. I was like, wait a minute. This is kind of like a coven going on. It's like that whole Creole New Orleans, moment. But it was nice. I had a great time. I said hi to everybody. And I like my sleep. So I wasn't about to continue it. Because they did like the little, like, sometimes at events they do like the fake kick out. So they kick out the fluff. And then the real friends and stuff can stay and drink more and all that type of stuff. And I could have stayed for that. But I was like, no, I'm just going to go with the fluff. Because I am the fluff. Like, because I want to fluff my ass in my bed.
In bed and fluffing those pillows and fluffing those sheets.
I'm a fluff around in my sheets.
Yeah.
So I left, and I was thinking I was home probably by 2.
Yeah, that was a goal. Like, I wanted to be home by 2, but it didn't happen that way.
And you should be doing that. I mean, because you haven't been in LA as long as I have.
Right.
So when you've been in LA as long as I have, you get to a point where you really have done and seen everything.
Year after year.
Yeah, unless it's somebody, the only person, I was literally on my couch eating crab legs when a good friend of mine was like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, and that's how I got out.
I was like, all right.
Okay, girl.
All right,
we'll
girl.
Go.
I'm getting off the couch. Let me throw on my coven clothes.
And you do have some coven clothes.
I have some coven clothes. I had all this black drapey moments glowing and stuff. I was like, yes, let me go over there. I'm a witch. I am. But anyway, it was good. And so, but getting back to the Grammys.
Yeah.
The Grammys. What are some of the things that stuck out to me? I really, really loved Bruno Mars.
Me too. That was a very pleasant surprise.
He's so good.
I like Bruno as Prince. I think is the best Bruno.
Yeah. I love Bruno's first performance was amazing when he was performing his song. It was he took it back to like 90s R&B.
Mm-hmm. Bruno's dope.
Killed it. Killed the choreo, killed the vocals, he has like a good energy about him. It's just a really positive, festive moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I loved him as Prince, yes. He killed it. Nailed it, killed it, nailed me to the cross. Like, I loved it. To the cross.
You're still there?
I'm still there. Okay. I was like, wow. If he wasn't so short, we could make something work.
You know, Bruno is to me, he's like...
he's a tiny tot.
He's almost cute to me.
Yeah.
It's like God was like, yeah, I'm going to make him cute, and then got sidetracked and was like, okay, I'm out of time, here you go. Like, he's almost there. Like, one more switch.
He'd been like everything. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I like that. I was blown away by Beyonce's performance.
Yes.
That was just mind blowing. It was so mystical and like it's got the whole like little Hindu moments and hands.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
It was everything. I loved it. Yeah. Like I loved everything about it. I was so nervous when she went back in that chair.
Terrified.
If somehow it malfunctioned and she's like, yeah!
Right.
And fell onto the floor.
Yeah, well, the second party I was at, it was her choreographer's party. So all of her dancers were there. And of course, the only thing I could talk about was, oh my God, you guys are incredible, you know? And they were saying that there was so much that went into making sure that chair just kind of did what it needed to do. And I guess at first it was going to do some other stuff, but then pregnancy news happened. When they started planning for the performance a few months ago, nobody knew she was pregnant. So I guess she was making all of these changes. Nobody really knew why or what was going on, only to find out that, bitch is pregnant.
Oh.
So the chair went back. It was cool. Performance was incredible. Don't know if she's going to do Coachella.
Okay. That's the word on the street.
Well, I don't know. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I am. As of right now, Beyonce wants to do Coachella. Okay. She has every intention of doing Coachella. However, she does not know if she will physically be able to do it. Yeah. And it is what it is.
That's the real, because, I mean, when Mariah, I was there with Mariah throughout her whole pregnancy with the twins. And it became very, very, very difficult. Yeah. And it was to the point where she couldn't move, and they literally had to have her legs lifted up. She was on an incline to keep the two babies in. So the gravity was helping keep the babies in and not come out, literally, because if she would like stood up for a long period of time, her twins would have forced the labor. And so I'm sure, I don't know how, hopefully Beyonce won't have to go through that, but she's going to get to a point where she has to be on bed rest, because twins are not something that's easy. No. Like, you see how difficult it is for women to have one child, much less two. And so I don't see how she could. You can even tell at the Grammys, it was very.
And that's another thing. And I'm not going to say any names, but there was a conversation amongst dancers, and they were just saying that it took so much out of her to just do it. Yeah. I can't imagine her doing a full Coachella set at 6 months. Yeah, pregnant. Yeah, because it's in April. She's 4 now, so I can't imagine that happening.
Yeah, for Mariah, it turned into like misery. It was like, really, she felt like trapped with twins. And people who have twins would tell you that. It's just like, it gets to a point where it's not fun anymore. Yeah. It's just like, but you love your babies, and the doctors are telling you each day that you keep them in is going to significantly, reduce the risk of such and such and such and such. And so you're like, I'm going to keep these babies in as long as I can. And that's what B signed up for.
That's terrifying.
And that belly is already huge. It's huge. I can only imagine. And it's 4 months. Yeah. She has 5 more months of growth. Them babies are going to get in there and start growing. Ooh, now I don't think Coachella's going to happen.
I don't either.
She better go ahead and do like a video taped appearance now.
And just Skype it in. Just let them hit play. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And
they say, well, she has insurance. So if she can't do it, she still gets her money. Paid, yeah. From what I understand. Yeah. Maybe she just sub in Solange. That's what she did for one thing. Then she went at the White House. She couldn't go, and Solange went.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's right around the corner. Yeah. So I would just be pissed off if I went ahead and bought that ticket off the strength of going to see Beyonce, and then we find out, oh wait,
because I was like, oh, Coachella.
I considered it for the first time. I was like, yeah, Beyonce's going. I might go. Right. And now I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm not going. Yeah. Because she might not be going. Right. So, yeah, her performance was incredible. I'm so happy that Solange won her Grammy. I'm pissed that Beyonce didn't win Album of the Year.
I'm torn about that. because Adele's album demolished any competition in terms of sales. It's the biggest selling album of the last year, probably the last, 5 years, 10 years. I mean, it's global too. I mean, we are here in the United States. We get so, we're so into what happens here. And I guess the Grammys are about what happens here. And that's not to negate how great Lemonade was. I just feel it could have went either way. I don't feel like Beyonce was robbed, and I don't feel like Adele deserved it that much more than Beyonce. So I guess I'm somewhere in between. Like, I just feel like it could have went to either one of them. Both of them deserved it, because Adele's album, I loved it. I love Adele album. It was just, it's different from what, our community typically would gravitate towards, but Adele reaches that adult contemporary audience. And
those are the Grammy voters. And
the pop audience, so it's just like, it is what it is. It's not like Beyonce didn't win 2 awards last night. She just didn't win. I just wish I wish they would have came in two different years. Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think that, Beyonce put out, her best body of work as Beyonce. Yeah. So if Beyonce in her best, like Adele said, isn't going to win Album of the Year, then what the fuck does she have to do to win Album of the Year? Yeah. Because at this point, she deserves it. I mean, Lemonade definitely deserves the award.
And my thing is that, but sometimes your best is not as good as somebody else's best.
But let me tell you this, Adele's 25 is not, it's not better than Adele's last album.
Oh, no.
So, no. I think you have to look at, are you comparing Adele to Adele? And if you're comparing Adele to Adele, the album that won Album of the Year shouldn't have. Right. If you're comparing Adele to Beyonce, I don't think it should have either. Yeah. That's just me. Yeah. And Adele. Right. Adele agrees with me. Yeah. So,
but like I said, I feel like it could go either way. Yeah. I'm not pissed about it. That's the nature of this business. Frank Ocean tried to warn us.
He did, and everybody laughed. Yeah. They were dragging him for filth about that little letter. But
I love Lemonade, and I loved 25. Yeah. That's just where I feel about it. I was like, I'm not... this is not something I'm going to be like, oh my God, I want to march.
Feel away.
No, I'm going to march on Washington because Beyonce did not get, Beyonce has won all the awards. Lemonade has won, have you seen that list? It's like a list of all the awards. She's literally I'm going to come and win all the awards and get best album of the year from all these different magazines and publications and stuff. And when it comes to the Grammys or the Oscars or whatever the case may be, it's just like in the damn election. These old people vote.
Trump's America.
No, but older people vote. And so the older people in the Grammys, for example, the voting pool are adult contemporary people who listen to Adele and may not be that familiar as we are with Lemonade. Yeah. So it's not like something what are we going to do? I guess you just have to wait for them to go on to glory. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Yeah. But Beyonce's performance was amazing. Adele had some issues with her performance of the George Michael tribute. I just was wondering, Prince has such a festive, upbeat tribute. And George Michael has such a sad, somber, new rendition of a song that was supposed to be fun and upbeat. I just felt like they set her up for a moment that never should have been. It never should have been, because I just wanted... George Michael was fun. He was full of life.
And like a choir.
Yeah, I wanted all that. I didn't want this somber... memorial moment.
It was weird.
But I was happy that she started over.
Me too. That was surprising, actually. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know people could do that.
Only Adele can do that. Adele was like, oh no, we're going to start this over, bring it back. And that's probably why they cut her off later when she won an award and trying to let the other guy, the writer, sing. And they were like, nope, because you already took 5 more minutes of my time.
Oh, that was funny. He did not get his word in.
Yeah.
Until later. But yeah, that was a good moment. I really liked A Tribe Called Quest's performance.
That was really good.
Very powerful, very moving. I'm glad somebody got political. Finally. Yeah. Katy Perry doesn't count. But I really...
Why does Katy Perry not count?
She don't count. One, that song is terrible. That's number one. Number two, that outfit on the red carpet was terrible. So I don't want to hear anything she has to do or say.
So she's just terrible. Everything she did was terrible.
She's done. And then after the show, she popped off about mental health. Did you see that?
I saw something about she was going to save her shaving her head until when she had a breakdown.
Right. And so, I was in the party on Twitter trying to see what was going on, but people were pissed off because she was making light of mental health and Britney. And apparently she's canceled.
She's canceled. I don't know if I'm canceling her because I like Katy Perry and she's done some really inspirational songs that has motivated me.
Have they?
Yeah, in the gym.
We're gonna see you roar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baby, you're a firework.
What's it gonna make me? But I got up. Some gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my girl.
So you're still here for Katy.
And because like back in the day, we did a print ad together. We did years and years ago. Me and Katy Perry. I played her boyfriend.
Katy Perry's boyfriend?
Katy Perry's boyfriend in an ad. It was like right when HD TV was coming out. And that's how long ago it was. Remember they had an HD TV network?
No, I don't recall.
You remember that? Yeah. So when high definition television was becoming a thing.
They had like the one network.
Yes. HD TV had a commercial. And we were in that commercial. We were like jumping like from an explosion or something. And it was showing how much more dynamic the explosion was in HD, in high definition. And, yeah.
You should tell her that story. I wonder if she
remembers. She would not remember. She might not even remember me. And she had invited me several times to go to like, I don't know if the Viper Room is still around. Is that still here? Yeah, she would perform. She was like, "Yeah, I'm a singer and blah 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 blah, and I want to make it happen. Come to my gig, I like your vibe." But at the time, I was all over the place. I was just doing everything. Where kiss my ass, and I didn't go, and so I felt like that was a friendship that never was,
never blossomed,
And now
she has Rihanna. So
yeah. Bloop. And speaking of Rihanna, she was sitting there and drinking out that flask.
Let me tell you something. That flask has changed my life.
It was everything.
I was on Amazon trying to find a flask. I was inspired by that flask.
There is a GIF that shows her saying, "I think it's time for another shot." And she did it, and then she gave it to her friend. She threw it back. And then she was like, it's so normal too. I hate when you give a flask or a drink to a friend and they drink more than they should. Because she was like, girl.
Bitch, I gave you a sip.
I sip. I didn't say drink the whole thing.
Know what I'm a drink.
Right.
It's my flask.
But that's what I love about Rihanna. And Diplo said it best. He was like, she may not have won. She did win an award though. Did she win anything last night?
No.
She may not have won no awards last night, but she's winning at life.
That's true.
Rihanna is young, rich, fabulous, beautiful, having moments with all the men we would want to. You get what I'm saying? Like she's the dude in the situation.
Right.
Like she be pimping them hoes.
Not pimping them hoes.
She's like, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I liked her outfit. Some people didn't like her outfit.
Yeah, well at first I was like, oh, it was real Halloween, but I liked it.
Yeah, it's cute.
I liked it. It was cute.
Rihanna can pull off anything. Mm-hmm. She's just stunning. And she kind of looked like old Rihanna. That hair color.
Wavy.
Yeah, that hair color moment. I was like, oh, is this old Riri? I like it.
Yeah, she had a good old time.
I love Anti. Anti is my shit.
And that's another thing. Like, they should have awarded Anti. Again, her best body of work should have gotten an award.
Yeah.
Didn't work out that way.
But I think those awards that she would have got, it went to Solange and Beyonce. Because she was in all those categories, if I'm not mistaken. But she was a good sport. She sang she was having a good time.
Except for when they announced that award Beyonce won and she was putting her lipstick on. Did you see that?
I thought she was talking to her friend.
She had like a little thing in her hand. So not turn away from the mic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't think she was being shady. I think she was just unbothered.
Yeah, very much.
She was like, because she already knew how it was going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
She already knew. She was like, ain't no way they're going to vote for me over Adele and Beyonce. But she wasn't nominated for Album of the Year, though.
No, it was Song.
Song. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Work. What
did you think of James Corden as a host?
I think it was great.
I thought it was terrible.
Oh. Shit. Oh, my God.
Oh.
We set such a high bar for these hosts. They're in a very awkward position of trying to get up there.
Awkward.
Yeah, who do you think had done better in the past?
I mean, I would like to see Chrissy Teigen host an award show. I feel like she would do a really good job. But then again, I think it's the writers. I think it's the people who are, making these
I think people
skits.
can carry different things. I don't think Chrissy Teigen has the personality to be able to carry it herself. I think she's good on a panel. Okay. I think she's good at, what I mean? Like, I don't know if she's going to, it takes a special type of person to host a show. You need to be tried and tested.
I feel like Ellen can host anything she wants
because, to. You do have to have kind of like that stand-up quality. Mm-hmm. That stand-up comedian component and have done it. And I think that's why a lot of people who host these shows are comedians. Because it's a lot of improv. It's a lot of awkward moments that you have to somehow make funny.
And they don't.
Right.
He didn't.
Or the jokes they write for you just fall flat. like a dud.
Like that karaoke thing?
Like,
didn't quite
No.
land. That opening didn't really
But I
land.
love the karaoke thing when Blue Ivy came up. Blue Ivy was like, this is my time to shine. What? Like, it was so cute. She was like, spotlight over here? And it was so cute when, and they were like, and Bruno Mars, and she's turning around like, where is he?
That little girl.
She's so cute, and she had her little purse, and she was like opening up and showing her friend what was inside.
I didn't see that.
It was so cute. I loved it.
She's cute.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3 of them running around. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like 3, little Beyonces running around taking over the world. It's like world domination.
Damn, primary colors just everywhere.
It's a what do you mean?
Red, yellow, and blue.
Red, yellow,
Aren't
and
those primary colors?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean? That's what you're going? Oh, you think you?
No, that's just what I call them in my head.
Oh my God.
The colors.
Help us, Lori. I wonder what the names are going to be, though. It's going to be so interesting. You can't just do Blue Ivy and then go normal. Like, you can't give one child, like, the unique name.
The best celebrity name and then go
like,
straight up.
Totally, like Jacob.
Melissa.
Jacob and Melissa. Oh, my goodness. Paris Jackson looked cute.
Oh, my God. She's stunning.
She's
a
cute.
gorgeous woman.
And I loved her energy. She seemed like...
Very confident.
And very normal. Like, you know what I mean? You think, a lot of times in these celebrities, and more specifically Michael Jackson's children, I just wanted to know, like, how are they going to turn out? I had, like, not concerns. I was just wondering. It was a curiosity. And she seems to me, she turned out to be a sweet person.
I mean, she went through her shit,
Yeah.
But...
We all go through our shit. You went through your shit.
Yeah.
You did the most.
The utmost.
So you said, I saw something the other day where you, like, Facebook reminded you of some things you had done.
Yeah.
I said, oh,
yeah.
I'm happy I didn't know that, Denver.
I'm happy I didn't know that, Denver.
I said, ooh. I was like, I need to mute this tweet.
I deleted it, actually. I went back. I was like, yeah, no, I can't even.
What else do we get?
Speaking of mute, did you see the James Hetfield of Metallica when his mic wouldn't
I know.
go during
they had a lot of technical
Gaga's
issues.
performance?
Yeah. They have a lot of technical issues and things of that nature going on.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just shit happens when you're, doing something live. Things happen when you... Earthquake. Can you imagine, like, shit happens when you're doing something live and then an earthquake?
I know.
Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. I don't want to conjure that up. Who was your favorite red carpet look?
My favorite? Believe it or not, it was Lady Gaga. And I'll say that I didn't really care for what she was wearing, but it gave something. It was exciting, and not in like the CeeLo weird kind of way.
Yeah.
But there's like a slow motion gif of like she whips off her sunglasses and it slows down, and it was a really, really great look overall.
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, she captured what the Grammys are about. The Grammys are not for ball gowns and all this stuff. The Grammys is when you are kind of like, making a statement. I believe in making a statement, but not how CeeLo did it.
Oh my God.
What is that? Like, I don't...
Rapist.
You call him a rapist? Oh my goodness. Allegedly. What is it? It was like a gold chicken nugget. I was like, what is this? Like, it looked like...
It was a monstrosity.
Like a villain from a movie.
But we're talking about it, so maybe it worked.
I guess it did.
Because I ain't talked about CeeLo in God knows how long.
Well, last time we talked about him was about those rape allegations. Whatever happened to that? It just kind of went away?
Yeah, I mean, there was like some back and forth. Like, it was very, he said, she said, he gave me ecstasy, and she was like, no, she took it on her own, and it was just a nasty situation.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to check out of that, because...
It was going...
I can't.
Yeah. I really like J-Lo's ensemble.
The purple thing?
I did.
Yeah, it was
something different for her.
That's how I felt.
I really like that. A little bow on the side. And J-Lo can do no wrong. J-Lo is just... I mean, honestly, like... She was one of the people that helped the red carpet moment be what it is right now, in my opinion.
For sure.
Like, she comes to slay.
Yeah, she's the reason that Google Images exists.
Really?
Did you know that? Yeah, so back in the day when she wore that dress, that Grammy dress, people were trying to find a way to look at the picture, and there wasn't. Google hadn't done that yet.
Wow.
So in order to make that happen, the Google people were like, oh, we should do images. And thus...
all those images.
Born.
And I use that all the time now. Google Images is something I use on a daily when I'm trying to find something.
The reverse where you drop the thing in there and it...
Wow. Yeah, she looked great. So we talked about Jennifer Lopez, CeeLo, Jill Scott.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
So somebody said she looked like she was the Grammys librarian. And she was there to do the record keeping for the ceremony, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Not the Grammys librarian.
Bless her heart.
I mean, I love Jill Scott. I think she's amazing. I love her voice and her sound and her work, but that ensemble was like, it looked like it came straight off the rack. Like she went at Nordstrom Rack. She went in there and said, "Hey, I need one of those."
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she tried, like, it was like,
it was very business casual.
It's very much so like, you know, I'm going to the Grammys, but I got a job interview afterwards. So I'm just going to wear this to both occasions.
Oh. And you know who missed the mark for me too? Taraji. Love her to death. But
oh my goodness.
Purple satin.
It was bad.
It was not.
I love Taraji. And you know, in the last episode or two, I was talking about how amazing Hidden Figures was and is. And, but.
To hide that dress.
But that dress it looked like it was for
it looked like
a teenager.
It looked like a what are those? The bonnet, the satin bonnet that you put on your hair to go to sleep.
And the hair and makeup was wrong too. It was just something like it needs to all be kind of reimagined. You need to look at this and be like, learn from this,
and don't ever do
this again. Don't ever do it again. It's like, so everybody that was involved, they exit stage left. Or stage right, wherever one it is.
Whichever one. And
then you just to get off. They just need to get off the stage and allow some new people to come in and give you a moment.
Right. Maya looked really good last night.
Maya is trying to resurface. Like, she keeps coming up. But I'm like, but we need some music. I need something.
She put out an album last year.
Whoa, she did?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
And there it is.
Oh my God. I did not know she had an album.
Yeah, it's like Smooth Jones or something like that. Yeah.
Well, maybe I should check her out. She's back.
It's on Apple Music.
Yeah. Maya's like, I'm not going nowhere. I am here to stay, no matter what y'all got to say, honey. I thought Rihanna was going to perform, though. Did you think she was?
No.
Okay.
You know, it's so funny because I was so checked out of the Grammys this year. Like, I didn't read
I bet you if Drake was going to the Grammys, they would have done it together.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, Drake protested, as well as
Kanye, Frank Ocean. Which is interesting because when that article came out, I think it came via TMZ where they were like, yeah, Bieber and Drake and Frank Ocean or Kanye, they're not going to the Grammys. And it's like, well, how do you know this? You know? So I think that, you know, most of the time when those stories come out, when people are like, sources say, somebody contacted somebody to put that out there for a reason. So the fact that neither one of them did show up is like, okay, they were trying to say something.
Right.
Frank just came out and said it.
And somebody said that one of Kanye's friends was on the red carpet and said they were just talking about Kanye and his road to recovery. I didn't know he still
had friends.
Yeah, this one guy that was he has a friend / I guess producer he worked with, and he was saying Kanye is getting his memory back. So people are now asking whether or not did he lose his memory? Like, what happened? Like, there was a part of like what and to what extent that memory loss was. And so
he went into a psychosis?
Maybe. Because they did. It was I saw it somewhere. I think I saw it on Twitter where someone had given an interview and said that Kanye is getting his memory back. So it may be a lot deeper than what we thought was happening. Can you imagine like having a mental break, and then you lose your memory too? So when you come back to stabilization,
right now, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, when you come back to stabilization, you don't have your memory. That's deep.
Oh yeah, reportedly lost his memory. Look at that. Sorry, I was out partying last night, so I missed all of that. Huh.
Yeah. I know we got about 1 or 2 new posts up on the site today.
Yeah, you know, listen, it was a rough morning. But the day is not over.
When Din Din goes out to play, we don't get no posts. The posts are delayed indefinitely.
No, not indefinite. Listen, I had to eat, had to shower, I had to prepare for this.
Right.
You know,
I get it.
It takes time.
That's why we got to keep you in the house. Can Denver go? No.
And that's the thing, you know, I'm in the house 90% of the time.
Right.
So when I do go out, I have a good time, and I do it for the next 3 weeks, all in one night, and it's a wrap.
You have a right to live your life.
That's right.
I get it.
That's right. And I, woke up this morning, ate that chicken thigh left over I cooked last night.
I wish I would have ate a chicken thigh. I came in here hungry as hell. Had to ask one of the guys out there for what was that? Eat a little chocolate chip,
like a little chia
quinoa.
seed
What was that?
bar. I don't know.
It was a blessing to me, though. I'm grateful for it. I don't know what I ate, but it was. I was like, oh, we forgot to talk about Demi Lovato's performance.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
she can sing her ass off.
She can, and I wish that's the only thing she would do
instead of talking shit.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's the problem. She need to learn from Azalea Banks. Let your talent speak for itself and shut up all the other stuff. Yeah, just shut up. Do your music. She came out. Her vocal performance that night, last night, was amazing. Like, she went in, and it was so pure. Mm-hmm. And I like her. Blow. I love her outfit on the red carpet.
She looked really good. Amazing. That long hair moment. Yeah.
It was like, for me, one of the best looks of the night.
I would agree.
It was like her and Gaga and J-Lo.
I would agree.
Some people are saying J-Lo's not too good, but I liked it.
I would agree.
I liked it a lot.
I would agree.
And then what is this about? This has nothing to do with the Grammys, but what is this about Nick Cannon getting, like, so basically he made a joke. So Nick Cannon's leaving
America's Got Talent.
But I saw a report that he can't leave because he's under contract still. Like, and part of his contract is that he can't unilaterally say he's leaving. So basically, they can fire him for this clause where they can't. Basically, Nick was doing a show
on
Showtime, and he said some remarks that they deemed to be disparaging.
Correct.
Because he's basically like the race card or something. Like, his bosses at
NBC don't like him being like too black, and he can't say the N-word, and just they don't want him to be his full self,
right?
His full black self,
right?
So he made it into a joke on Showtime. NBC was like, hold on.
Right.
You can't be going around saying that. Don't make us fire you, more or less.
Yeah, but don't be, like, my thing with Nick, and I know him, he is a friend, but the truth will set you free, and I'm going to tell the truth here. Nick is the black guy that white people love. Mm-hmm. He's not necessarily the black guy that black people love. And that's the reality of it. If you made your brand where I'm the black guy and I cater to white people, like, you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you do, if that's what you've done, then you can't now do a comedy special
like your goddamn Richard Pryor,
right? And forget this is what you've built. This is the house you built. Now you mad at it. You mad at how it looks, but this is how you built it. This is how you made all your money.
Right. That's safe.
That's safe. Like, I'm the black guy that the white people like, and they pick
when they're looking for a black,
not
controversial,
right? And they're looking for a black guy. They're like, oh, a safe black guy, Nick Cannon,
right?
That's what you have done. So the moment you become not the safe black guy, of course the people that been checking for you are not going to check for you or kind of make you be like, hey, wait a minute.
You can't be saying this.
You're becoming not so safe no more. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened.
So, yeah. So they threatened to fire him, and then he went on Facebook and wrote this long letter saying, I will not be silenced, and I'm not property, and you can't buy me.
Oh, wow.
He made it real deep.
But that's already been done.
It's not that deep.
But, I mean, if he's going to say that, he's already been bought and sold.
Traded.
So why are you mad now? Why are you mad now? I mean, you better keep that check. You better go home back to Massa and say, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And keep those millions. He said something like, I have been.
It doesn't matter how many millions they pay me.
You got 2 kids to feed, okay? And some more on the way. How many more he got on the way? Like,
he has one, I think. I mean, she might be having twins, too, for all we know.
He said he wants to be, the Lord said, be
fruitful and spread
multiply.
Your seed. Oh, and multiply.
Be fruit and spread your seed. The way you be remixing the Lord's word, help us. I'm just saying, he has responsibilities.
Yeah.
And you just can't just up and say, I ain't going to work for Master no more. Because the reality is, you already knew, you signed up for it. Mm-hmm. You groomed yourself so you could be selected to do this work. And now you want to act like you don't want to do Master's work when you knew that's what you signed up for. Don't front, Nick. You know you were the safe black guy the white people liked. Now you're going to now you becoming
it's political. Like,
but now it's going to be bad because he's making it such a thing.
Well,
so first he said what he said, then they said what they said or whatever. Like, the story broke about that. Now he's coming out with this long militant, moment, trying to make it something other than what it is. Well, you knew the parameters of which you were hired. You knew why they selected you over all the other talent that would exist in Hollywood is because they needed someone that's safe, someone that was diverse, and they picked you.
Right.
So don't act. I mean, I just don't like that.
Well, I mean, I think he's going through this whole kind of personal transitional.
Trying to figure out
his turban thing. He's very militant, very activist.
One minute he's doing spoken word. Next minute he's a comedian.
Then he's
next
on
minute
Howard
he's
Stern.
Stern. Then he's on America's Got Talent. It's just we need to
putting out music,
right?
Quote unquote.
Help
It's a
us,
thing.
Lord.
It's a thing.
Help us, Lord.
Okay, well, what else we got?
What else do
exhausting.
we got? That vocal. I don't know what you would do without my vocal. That little guy. You hear that on the end? That was amazing. Why you hate?
You have the nerve to sing on a Grammys themed podcast. How dare you? How dare you?
I don't know what else we got to talk about. We don't have a Say What Now this week.
No, say what now?
I guess the Say What Now will be CeeLo.
CeeLo.
That's like a Say What Now, Say What Never.
Say what now?
Say what the hell.
What
the hell happened here?
What?
Help us, Lord.
Okay.
Help us, Lord. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, we went through all the Grammy topics that we have on this little list here, yonder.
We came to get it out so we could talk about it.
We sure did. And I guess that is the wrap for this week's B. Scott Show.
Ooh, come on. Outro.
Yeah, you hear it?
It did. It's came right on in.
Thank you so much, Love Muffins, for listening. Please go to iTunes and subscribe.
Yes.
And rate and review. And I love you so much. And of course, until next week, double kisses. Mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to The B. Scott Show. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Love B. Scott. And make sure you review the show on iTunes. And you can always find me on lovebscott.com.